Have you ever felt like life is moving too fast? Like the world is a storm and you are a small boat being tossed around by waves you cannot control? Most people live their entire lives at the mercy of their emotions: anger, fear, sadness, anxiety. They let their emotions dictate their decisions, their relationships, their work, and ultimately, the trajectory of their lives. But there is a truth that very few understand. A truth that the most successful, the most influential, the most unstoppable individuals in history have known. Emotional control is power. Emotions are not just feelings, they are signals. They are the energy that can either propel you forward or pull you into the depths of regret. Imagine for a moment a fire burning in your chest whenever someone insults you, whenever life disappoints you, whenever failure strikes. That fire can either consume you, leaving ashes of bitterness behind, or it can become the engine that drives you to heights you never thought possible. The difference lies in control. Not the control over others, but the control over yourself. The ability to feel deeply, yet respond wisely. The ability to acknowledge pain, yet refuse to be enslaved by it. This is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who are forever stuck in mediocrity. Think about the moments in your own life when you lost control, when your anger, fear, or sadness made you say things you regretted, make decisions that set you back, or pushed people away. Those moments are not just mistakes, they are lessons. They are the mirror showing you where your power truly lies, inside you, waiting to be claimed. And claiming it begins with one simple but profound choice. I will not be ruled by my emotions. I will use them. Emotional control does not mean suppressing your feelings or pretending to be something you are not. Far from it. True power comes from understanding your emotions, from observing them, naming them, and learning how to respond instead of reacting. It comes from the realization that every emotional storm, every surge of fear, every pang of envy or frustration is temporary. And in that temporary space, there is an opportunity. Think about the most high-pressure situations in life: job interviews, business negotiations, confrontations with loved ones, critical moments in sports or performances. The people who excel are not those who feel no fear, no anxiety, no doubt. They are the ones who feel these emotions and choose to act despite them. They harness their inner fire rather than letting it consume them. This is where emotional intelligence meets real-world power. Consider the story of a man who faced repeated failures in his career. Every setback brought frustration and anger. Most people would have quit. Most people would have let their emotions dictate their path. But he learned to pause. He learned to breathe. He learned to dissect the feeling, in failure to understand its origin and to ask the right questions. What can I learn? How can I respond? What is within my control right now? By controlling his emotions, he transformed failure into fuel. By observing his anger and directing it, he became unstoppable. And this is not just one man's story, it is the story of every person who has ever achieved greatness while the world doubted them. Every external challenge, every competitor, every life obstacle is secondary to the real battle, the one inside you. It is a battle between your impulses and your intentions, your instincts and your aspirations. You will face moments when rage wants to explode, when fear wants to paralyze you, when sadness wants to drag you into isolation. In these moments, the question is simple. Will you master your emotions or will they master you? Look around. People blame the world for their misfortune. It's because of him, it's because of her, it's because of my circumstances. But the truth is deeper and more liberating. Your power is not in controlling others, it is in controlling yourself. That power starts the moment you pause before reacting, the moment you recognize that a feeling is just energy seeking direction, the moment you decide that your life is too precious to hand over to momentary impulses. There is no shortcut here. Emotional control is forged through repeated practice, through mindfulness, through the courage to face your own inner chaos without flinching. Every time you respond calmly instead of lashing out, every time you stay composed under pressure, every time you choose reflection over reaction, you are building a fortress of power within yourself. You are training your mind to be a command center, not a battlefield. And this internal mastery becomes visible externally. It changes how people treat you, how opportunities come to you, and how resilient you become when life inevitably tests you. Pain, disappointment, betrayal, loss, they are unavoidable. But emotional control allows you to transform them into catalysts rather than chains. Every person who has achieved extraordinary success has learned this lesson. Every athlete, entrepreneur, artist, or leader has faced moments of intense emotional turbulence. And their secret was not avoiding pain, it was mastering it. Imagine standing in the aftermath of a personal failure. Your first instinct might be anger, frustration, or despair. But emotional control teaches you to sit with that pain, to feel it fully, and then to channel it into action. It teaches you to say, "This hurts, but I will use this. This fuels me, not defeats me. I will become stronger, wiser, better." And when you do this consistently, your emotional life stops being a liability and becomes your greatest asset. Every setback becomes a stepping stone. Every insult becomes motivation. Every fear becomes a signal pointing to the next challenge to conquer. Consider the story of someone who lost everything: career, relationships, reputation. Most would collapse, most would surrender. But by controlling emotions, by refusing to let despair dictate their next move, they rebuild. They grow. They transform pain into purpose and purpose into power. That is the essence of the mindset we are cultivating here. Emotional control is not just a skill. It is the foundation of resilience, the fuel for transformation, the path to a life of unstoppable momentum. Now, it is your turn. Every word you've heard, every story you've imagined, every lesson you've absorbed comes down to this. Your emotions are not the enemy. They are your most potent tools. You can either let them control you, or you can learn to control them. And once you master this, nothing external can shake you. Start small. Notice when you are about to react impulsively. Take a breath. Ask yourself, what is the best way to respond right now? Train yourself to act from purpose, not from temporary emotional surges. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow rather than trigger chaos. And most importantly, remember this: emotional mastery is not about perfection. It is about progress. Every day, every moment you choose reflection over reaction, you claim a bit more power. The journey will not be easy. You will stumble, you will falter, you will feel the weight of old habits trying to pull you back. But that is exactly why the reward is so immense. Because emotional control is rare. It is a hidden power that transforms ordinary people into extraordinary ones. It is the key to freedom, to resilience, to greatness. So today, right now, make the choice. I will not be a slave to my emotions. I will rise above. I will act with clarity, with courage, with conviction. I will harness my emotional energy and turn it into unstoppable power. The storm of life will come. It always does. But now, you will not just survive it. You will command, and when you do, the world will bend in ways you never thought possible. Take control, claim your power, become unstoppable.